Firstly, a very warm welcome to everyone today for joining us. This week is an incredibly important week as we celebrate the 14th National Apprenticeship Week. My name is Joseph Ballentine, and I'm the Industry Manager here at ILM City and Guilds. And I'm really pleased to be joined by Elaine Cowen, Apprenticeship Delivery Manager at Lloyds Banking Group. Firstly, Elaine, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Joe. It's great to be here and to take part in this.
It's really great that we can have this conversation and raise the profile of apprenticeships during this really important week. So to kick us off, I wonder, Elaine, if you can tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Lloyds Banking Group.
Yeah, sure. So I'm one of our apprenticeship delivery managers within Lloyds Banking Group, and I actually look after all of our leadership apprenticeship programs. So we run 4 leadership apprenticeship programs ranging from level 3 to level 7, alongside all of our other apprenticeship programs that we run.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, well, first off, we have a great number of topics to talk through. And one of the key topics is obviously, what Lloyds is doing in the world of apprenticeship. So I wonder if you could tell us just a little bit about what apprenticeships mean to Lloyds Banking Group and what apprenticeships that you're involved in.
Yeah, sure. So within Lloyds Banking Group, we've absolutely embraced apprenticeship programs. We're actually running about 25 different programs at the moment, ranging from level 2 all the way up to a level 7 senior leader program. Some of the programs that we run, as I mentioned, are leadership programs. We also run digital apprenticeships and also some specialist programs such as audit, finance and risk. And as you'd expect, we do have quite a large volume of financial services apprenticeships also. In terms of sort of volumes, we've got around 1,800 colleagues currently on programme, and we use apprenticeships in Lloyds Banking Group for a number of different reasons, be it reskilling existing colleagues, upskilling colleagues, but also we do use apprenticeships to bring in some external colleagues into the group to bring in some new talent. But we really are seeing lots and lots of colleagues now using apprenticeships to develop their skills further and enhance their performance and their role.
Elaine, that's tremendous to hear. And I really got a sense there that apprenticeships is a really key part of Lloyds Banking Group and how you develop your people. That's really tremendous to hear.
Yeah, we really do use apprenticeships for a lot of our colleagues in terms of their career progression. So it's absolutely one of our key priorities.
And that's so important, isn't it? Around that progression to help people really progress through their career. And that actually helps me move on to the next kind of topic, if you will. So I wonder if you could tell us, why did Lloyds decide to deliver apprenticeships and why did you choose the specific standards that you've previously spoken about?
Yeah, well, I mean, our experience of apprenticeships for our colleagues and our business is that they just add so much value. And we've specifically chosen the standards that we deliver because they align to the key skills and capabilities that Lloyds Banking Group has outlined as critical for our future success.
And I think that's really important, isn't it? Is really making sure that you're utilising those standards that build and develop the skills that Lloyds Banking Group requires. And I think that's so important. And actually, what I wanted to ask was kind of, what challenges are the programs that you're delivering helping you overcome as a business?
I'd probably say we're using apprenticeships where we have challenges around things like particular skills gaps. So an example of that would be where we might have a particular area where we have an ageing population in some sort of sectors. So we're bringing in new talent. So an example of that would be something like software engineering, where we've found real benefit of our apprenticeship programs.
Oh, that's really great. And I think actually that your point there around the value of apprenticeships is really important. And I wonder if we can explore that a little bit more. So I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about, what are the benefits for Lloyds with delivering apprenticeships?
So many benefits. So obviously you've got the strong sort of commercial benefits around providing cost-effective development opportunities for colleagues, making the use and maximising the apprenticeship levy funding in England. Also, we develop the apprenticeship standards. We work with the industry experts to set out what the occupational competence is for those specific job roles in England, but also we work very closely with our trusted partners, working alongside with the business to actually create really valued learning interventions that build our skills for the future. As I've said, you know, as we know, colleagues also gain an industry recognised professional qualification as part of their apprenticeship. But you know, there's so many things. We see increased colleague capability. There's such a lot of value add for the business, not in terms of just colleagues performing better at their roles, but also they're more engaged. You know, they're finding it so rewarding, you know, being able to learn and practice their new skills and knowledge that they're learning on the apprenticeship and being able to put them into practice in the workplace. You know, and many of our programs do actually include a work-based project, so we've actually seen real business benefits through this, where colleagues have actually been able to focus on real live issues in the business as well. A couple of other things I'd probably call out, obviously, by focusing so much on learning and apprenticeships, you know, it helps us to embed our learning culture, which is really important to us in Lloyds Banking Group. But also in the inclusion and diversity space, we can see that our apprenticeships are really helping us to support the public goals that Lloyds Banking Group have set around BAME colleagues and around gender equality. So, you know, we're giving people the opportunities that they haven't previously had before, you know, and opening up opportunities for more and more colleagues across the group.
Elaine, that is tremendous, and I can really see from what you said there that there's really true value and there's tangible benefits. And I liked where you were talking there around the real benefits for the business itself, but also how that translates to actually the benefits for the individuals that are undertaking those apprenticeships. Whatever apprenticeship they're doing, you know, there's real value for those individuals progressing through their career. So I wonder, you know, is there anything else, you know, thinking about the benefits for apprentices themselves? Is there anything else that you've really found, or anything that the apprentices themselves have said that, you know, they felt that this is really the most valuable or the most beneficial part of doing an apprenticeship?
Yeah, I mean, you know, for the colleagues themselves, you know, what's not to like for them? They get a structured training and development journey that fully supports them with everything that they need to complete their apprenticeship and obviously achieve the professional qualification. They get their dedicated time within working hours to complete their learning and development activity. We've already talked about the fact that they will receive an industry recognised professional qualification as well. But I think it's around the support that they get from their coach. Also, their line manager has a critical role to play in success of their program and their progression. So that's really, really important for them. And one of the things that's almost like a byproduct of being on an apprenticeship is by being on an apprenticeship with Lloyds Banking Group, you become part of an alumni. So you're part of a community where you actually have the opportunity to network, share best practice and collaborate across Lloyds Banking Group and actually beyond. I mean, in terms of the feedback that we've had from colleagues, you know, I've got so many quotes and things I could share with you, but colleagues talk about how they've gained so much knowledge across a number of different areas, learning new skills that they've picked up, etc. You know, colleagues have commented on how they have a better understanding of the type of line manager that they are, and how they can have an impact on the people and colleagues around them, etc. So lots and lots of positive things, positive outcomes for colleagues.
Well, I think certainly from my experience of apprenticeships, that's very much the same. And then really what you've summarised there is the real depth of value that an apprenticeship programme can give, but also how the benefits of that then kind of multiply, whether that's the line manager or their colleagues. And so it's not just the business or the apprentice, but actually there's value and benefit that then multiplies itself throughout the organization, and really enriches the organization. So that's fantastic. Thank you, Elaine. And actually that brings us to a really important question, really. So if you were to give advice to other employers thinking about setting up an apprenticeship program, what advice would you give them?
Brilliant. Well, I would say definitely do it. As we've talked about, the benefits are endless, really. I mean, my advice would be, do make sure that you've absolutely got the 100% commitment of your business to enable that they can actually give colleagues that 20% off the job time. I'd say make sure that you really engage your line manager population, because they are absolutely key to the success of colleagues on the apprenticeship. Make sure that you build and maintain, like we have, really good working relationships with the training providers that you're working in partnership with. And of course, making sure that the apprenticeship that you're selecting does align to the colleague's role, which is obviously really, really important. But the last thing I'd probably say is make sure that you keep close to the colleague's experience of the apprenticeship, so that you can make sure that the apprenticeships that you're delivering is a high quality product, and that colleagues get a great experience.
Well, I think that is great advice for any employer that is looking to commence apprenticeships or deliver apprenticeships as part of their business. So thank you for that. And again, just feeding on from that, if you were to give advice to any individual or prospective apprentice thinking about doing an apprenticeship program, what advice would you give to them in their thinking?
Okay. Well, I'd say make sure it's the right time for you to start an apprenticeship. Obviously, with everything that's going on at the moment in the world, an apprenticeship is a commitment. So you need to make sure that it is the right time for you, and make sure that you are able to manage your work-life balance too. I'd say grab the opportunity with both hands if you can. For us within Lloyds Banking Group, apprenticeships are for everyone. And we get so much feedback from colleagues. Some of our colleagues have been in the group for more than 20 years. And, it's never too late to start, I'd say. Some colleagues have said to us that they've been in the group for over 20 years, and finally something has come along that's helped to kickstart their career in the form of an apprenticeship. So, there's lots and lots of benefits. Colleagues have said that they've picked up skills that have made them better leaders, and skills that they will carry forward into even roles that they might have in the future. So I'd say go for it. You've got nothing to lose.
Well, again, Elaine, that is absolutely fantastic advice, and I would absolutely echo all of that. And I think, the great thing, just picking up from what you said there, is that apprenticeships is for everyone, no matter what stage of your career. Really, apprenticeships is for everyone. And I think that is a really crucial message, really, for businesses, employers, and individuals thinking about apprenticeships. Well, Elaine, thank you so much for joining me today, and talking about apprenticeships and what that means for Lloyds Banking Group, and really the benefits and the values for employers and individuals. Elaine, that brings us to an end. Thank you for joining me today. Have a fantastic day, or the rest of it, and please do pass on our very best to everybody at Lloyds Banking Group and to all of your apprentices undergoing their apprenticeship program.
Will do. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Elaine.